Washington, honey, what y'all doing?
Are you outside on the block? Do y'all phones work? What
Mom,
what
where's
is
the
the
money?
deal?
Y'all got some money?
Got to have some money. Have they made any moves?
They got rid of Shatori Walker Kimbrough.
That's the only move.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to From Her Baseline with Indy and Lys. It's been a long week. We had a lot going on.
A lot going on.
There's been a lot of trades happening. A lot of moves have
Free agency is popping.
It's popping. Even this morning, as we're recording this, we had new news.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that. So, welcome back to From Her Baseline, where every play starts on and off the court. Let's get right into it. Y'all all knew that Jewel wanted out, and boy, did she get out. So the first big trade that happened as soon as free agency started popping off, for the first time in WNBA history, 2 number 1 picks are in the trade. Jewel will now be a Las Vegas Ace. This 3-team trade included Las Vegas, Seattle, and LA. LA will get the Kelsey Plum and the 9th pick of the 2025 draft and the 2nd round pick of the 26th draft. So, what did LA give up for Kelsey Plum? LA gave up their 2nd round pick in this year's draft and their 6'7" big from China, Li Yiru. All right, so look, they done had us in a frenzy all week about these trades. How are you feeling about the first one?
I like Jewel to Vegas. She bringing in everything that KP took with her as far as like style of play and fitting in. Jewel has played with Asia and Chelsea on the Olympics this past year. So I think she'll come in and fit right in with the team and fit right in with the system. I expect her to play good because she is out of Seattle and she don't got to carry such a big load because she has other people that can help her on the court. Not that she didn't have help in Seattle, but when Stewie left and Sue left, she was like the superstar. She kind of had to do it all. And in Vegas, she won't have to do that. I expect to see her look good out there in Vegas in that desert heat.
BG signed a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Dream.
Home of the chicken wings. Home of the strippers. I think that's exciting for BG. Probably just a new start. She was drafted to Phoenix, has been there, faithful to that organization for a long time. She's had success there. She's won championships. She played along Diana for all 11 years. Her leaving makes me think that Diana just needs to go ahead and make the announcement, make it official. But I'm excited for her to get to Atlanta, play a different style of ball. Interested to see what Atlanta would look like acquiring her.
If you didn't know, Brittany Griner and her tenure at Phoenix was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, and WNBA champion. She's bringing a lot of experience to Atlanta. They don't really have any veteran winning leadership, so that'll be good for them. I'm with you though. I do feel like BG leaving probably means that Diana Taurasi is retiring.
Just tell us, DT. Just tell us. Last game of the season, they had this big party for you, and
It was lit.
It was lit. If that is your last game, it might be one of the greatest to ever pick up a basketball.
Absolutely. Okay, so the next trade was another 2-team trade. This one was both interesting and heartbreaking. We have Connecticut will receive Natasha Cloud and Rebecca Allen and the number 12 pick in this year's draft. And the Phoenix Mercury will receive Alyssa Thomas and Taisha Harris.
Get rid of a point guard to bring in a point guard. That does suck for Natasha Cloud because she loved them. She loved playing for them, being a part of that, recruiting and free agency down there, unrivaled. That sucks for her, but at least it's just 1 year and not 5 for Connecticut. I mean, wherever she goes, I see her game still being her game. She is improving even though she's been in the league for so long. She's trying to add the 3 to her bag. So I just expect to see her be better than than what she was this past year, because she did a lot of good for Phoenix, just being a real floor general, getting the ball to where it needed to go, directing traffic, and just kind of being a defensive presence and a boost of energy for them. Sad to see her go, most definitely.
Yeah, it broke my heart. Maybe, you never know, BG leaving might have started the,
let's rebuild.
Let's get Natasha out of there. Let's try to bring in Alyssa Thomas, which I think Connecticut is that was their last run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
new coach, new team.
It's been multiple years. They could not get over the hump, and they had the winning pieces. I mean, really, I thought they had it when JJ was there that year before JJ left. I thought they looked really, really good, but again, they were just kind of missing something. And
I feel like they were always missing a point guard, a good veteran point guard. Like Taisha did what she could, Veronica Burton did what she could, but they needed a traditional veteran point guard to get them over that hump. Another 1-year contract was signed by Courtney Vandersloot, sending her back home to Chi-Town.
With the Chi-Town Barbie.
With Camila Cardoso. If y'all didn't see in the ESPN WNBA special, they interviewed Courtney Vandersloot, and she was basically talking about, she wanted to go back to the league that started it all, and it's a point guard's dream to play with young talent like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. She's excited to be there. She thinks she can teach them a lot, give them some veteran leadership, and they so desperately needed. And she said that, she's hoping they'll make her look good. So that just tell me she finna be dropping dimes.
I think she just probably wanted to get out of New York. You came into a system that was already built around a certain player or players. And I just don't, not that she didn't like it, because obviously it worked. They won. But I think she just needs to be on the ball. I think she needs to be the one running the show, distributing it, and getting people where they need to be. And that wasn't necessarily the role that she played there.
They needed her. Like I said, they needed a veteran point guard. They needed somebody that could feed the bigs, because you've been playing basketball for 20 plus years and you don't know how to get the ball in the paint. Up next, of course, no surprise, Kelsey re-signed with the Indiana Fever.
Happy for her.
Reaping
what she has sown.
She has stayed down. She has been with Indiana through the bad,
the ugly, and the uglier.
So I'm happy that she has re-signed. I think her and Caitlin Clark are great together.
They looked really good this year.
Yeah, and so congratulations to Kelsey Mitchell. The next thing that was kind of surprising was Brianna Jones has also left Connecticut.
Is the sun setting in Connecticut?
It's setting. She has left. Now, surprisingly, she has signed a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Dream.
Surprising, because they just bought in BG, and then they go and sign Brianna Jones, both which are very traditional post players. So I'm just interested to see how that's going to work. What direction is Atlanta going to go with signing those two bigs? And then you already have Tina Charles there, and they already have Cheyenne Parker-Tyus. So that makes them very forward center loaded roster. I expect to see them make a couple more moves throughout this free agency.
We'll see what's happening there. I don't know what he's doing. I'm a little familiar with his style of play, and right now it's not really making sense. Two big, slow, center, back to the basket bigs. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Next up, we have Natasha Howard has signed a 1-year deal with the Indiana Fever. I don't know. I feel like we just made another Nalissa, an older, injury-prone Nalissa. She does have some experience in the league, winning experience. She's a 3-time WNBA champion, 1 with the Minnesota Lynx, 2 with the Seattle Storm. Mm-hmm. She was also Defensive Player of the Year in 2019, I believe. So I see what they're doing there, but I don't see it.
Well, when you're looking for a team that want to win, you're going to bring in people that know how to win. So that is why I say it makes sense. But it just don't make sense because she is older, like you mentioned, missed half this past season due to rehabbing and coming back from an injury. So once players start to get up there in age and they do start having injuries, and I think hers was a foot surgery, which is major considering you running up and down on your body like that, that does bring question of how healthy will they stay to really help you get to where you need to be. I see what they're doing with the winning experience and the veteran leadership in that post-player position or in that forward position for Leah Boston, but how productive is she going to be if she does not stay healthy?
Maybe she'll have more access to resources than she did in Dallas.
That was an interesting choice for her to go to Indiana, but I see it.
All right, and then we have the Nneka Ogwumike. She re-signed with the Seattle Storm.
To no surprise.
To no surprise. I think she likes Snowy Quinn. I think she liked playing with Skylar, although she hasn't had any drop-off after being in the league for so long. But I'm sure, again, those resources are beneficial to her.
Yeah.
At her disposal every day. So you're not leaving a program that got everything you need.
Yeah, and I think she was with LA for all her career.
Yeah.
And I want to say LA is the one that drafted her. So this past season was just a good thing for her. She looked good coming out of LA after being in LA for so long. And it do help when you're playing with a player like Skylar Diggins, who looks great right now, and you are playing with a coach that you like. So shout out to Nneka for re-signing with Seattle. You looked good this past year, girl. Keep it up.
All right. We had another big 3-team trade that involved Phoenix, Dallas, and Indiana.
Okay, Dallas is making moves.
Yeah, Kurt Miller, he's the new GM.
He doing?
He put together some good squads in his tenure, so
okay,
not surprised.
The builder.
But the long-awaited decision of the unicorn Satu Sabali has been made. She will now be a part of the Phoenix Mercury.
Welcome to the Valley.
Along with Kehlani Brown and Seven Uzin from the Dallas Wings as well. They will all be headed to Phoenix. And Taisha Harris, who was just traded from Connecticut, she will now be in Dallas.
Back to where it all started for her.
Kiki Herbert Heinrich from Phoenix will also be in Dallas. And Nalissa Smith from Indiana will also be moving to Dallas. They also get the number 8 pick from Indiana. So Dallas done made some moves. They done got another first round pick. Nalissa was a good pickup for them. I'm so glad.
She's back home, so I expect to see her play like she at home.
Yeah.
Being in front of friends and family, I think that helps.
Absolutely.
So,
and I'm glad she got out of Indiana. I really feel like Christy Sides did not do her justice last year. Do not know how much Nalissa meant to the Indiana program her first 2 years, and she put up big numbers for them. Her minutes went down, so naturally everything else was going to go down, but we're glad she's out of there.
Glad Christy up out of there too, because
Christy was bad.
Christy,
what you doing?
Yeah,
where you working now?
Where you at? Who employed you?
We got to find that out. If y'all know where Christy at, drop it in the comments. Okay, the last team of that trade, Indiana. Indiana will receive Sophie Cunningham and the number 19th pick. They also will receive Jaylen Brown, which I'm a little sad about. But
we didn't get to see her in Dallas. She looked good when she did get to play with them, so I'm sad about that. But
yeah, maybe Stephanie's seen something in her. We'll see how she'll get used there. But she's headed to Indiana with the Caitlin Clark. Next, the Dejanay Carrington,
defensive
specialist, seatbelt gang.
Okay,
is headed to the Dallas Wings.
Big Triple D, Big Texas.
Yeah.
I like Dejanay. I know you are not the biggest fan, but
whoa.
At first, you was like, I don't see it.
Offensively.
Okay. Yes, you didn't see it. I seen it. My girl is just a good role player. When you think about her time at Connecticut, she was playing with AT. She was playing with DeWanna. She had Brianna Jones. So she didn't have to be the main thing. And even now coming into Dallas, she doesn't have to be the main thing. But if she get in the game and give you 10, 12, maybe even 14 points a game, your team going to win that night. And you never have to question her defense because she gonna show up on the defensive end. And so I think he just knows what she is capable of. I'm just excited to have her in Dallas. That makes me happy. I am a big Nay fan.
Connecticut, in exchange for Dejanay, will receive J.C. Sheldon and the number 8 pick in this year's draft.
Dallas, why y'all did JC like that?
We liked J.C.
I liked JC. JC was good. This was her rookie year. She came off the bench some. She got to start a couple games too, and she looked good in her rookie season. This rookie class as a whole looked really good. She kind of got overlooked by some of the other bigger names, but JC is just one of those players. You tell her what you need, and she gonna go in there and give you what you need. She is gonna do her assignment, and so I liked her in Dallas. I'm excited for her and her new journey as well. Sad to see her go because I enjoyed watching her play for sure.
And this number 8 pick, nobody seems to want this number 8 pick. Who is the number 8 pick?
Who is the number 8 pick gonna be?
I don't know. They just passing around like a hot potato.
Yeah, it'll probably be somebody that'll get overlooked, but it'll go right where they need to go. We'll see. This upcoming draft class they're gonna be all right.
All right. So next up, we got word that Natisha Heidemann was re-signing with the Minnesota Lynx. Again, no surprise there. Minnesota has everything they need to be successful again.
Yes.
I know that Natisha Heidemann and Courtney Williams were both had a lot of great things to say about Minnesota. Minnesota had a lot of good things to say about them.
Yeah, I think they were key pieces to them making the run that they made outside of Nafisa doing what Nafisa did all year. You needed players like Natisha to come off the bench and Courtney Williams to just get in and be a pickup and give you some points. And even toward the end in the playoff run, Courtney Williams looked amazing. Natisha Heidemann came in and hit some big shots and played some good defense. So I think she's right where she needs to be for them to get back to where they were again.
Absolutely. Kennedy Burke re-signed with New York. I think she was good for them in a championship run. She was another good role player. So nothing really much from them.
Yeah, they did give up Kayla Thornton.
They did. Okay, so I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
All right. Shatori Walker Kimbo of the Washington Mystics has now signed with the Atlanta Dream. Okay.
That's not bad.
Not a bad pick. She got a quiet game, but she gets it done. I really liked her in Washington. I'm not sure why they let her go, but
yeah, what are y'all doing?
Mystics.
What y'all doing?
Call Natasha back. I'm sure she'd love to come back.
Probably to get up out of Connecticut. Call her, pick her up.
Another one you might be happy about, I am thrilled about. This isn't even a training camp contract. This is a 1-year contract that Odyssey Sims has signed with the LA Spark.
Shout out to LA for bringing Odyssey back this year because she played with them a little bit in the past. So she played with them a little bit this past season. And prior to this past season, she was a part of the team. I remember her playing with Candace Parker out there. So I'm just happy to see her on somebody's roster. I did not like the way Dallas did her, picking her up and dropping her off, picking her up and dropping her off. And honestly, when she was on their roster, they were a much, much, much better team. And so I really was not understanding why they kept signing her to week-long contracts when it should have been the whole year. So shout out to LA. I'm ready to see Odyssey play just another traditional point guard that's going to get a bucket and play some defense. She's a good, solid player. So shout out to them for that.
All right. A couple more big trades happened. The Chicago Sky traded Rebecca Allen for Lindsay Allen. So Rebecca Allen will be a part of the Chicago Sky team this year. Lindsay Allen was let go and she will be with the Connecticut Sun this season so far. So another interesting trade. Chicago's picked up another vet who can shoot the 3. Good defender.
Just how long is she going to stay healthy? She was with Phoenix and didn't play much due to injury.
And then she don't have those resources no more. So back to the YMCA for her.
Chicago is supposed to be getting a facility. Have we heard any news, groundbreaking or anything of that nature?
We haven't heard anything. There was a lady who posted a video one time of where their practice facility was supposed to be, and there was nothing there. So we're not sure. But I don't expect them keeping Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso in the dumps for too long, especially with what they get a 3-year deal for a rookie. So they're going to have to do something quick or they'll be out of there just like the others. The Chicago Sky have also picked up Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse came back with the LA Sparks last year. She looked good for them. Great defender. She can shoot the three.
Yeah.
Another veteran in the league. And I really feel like Chicago is picking up good veteran leadership. Like, I haven't seen them pick up anybody who I don't think will not be a leader or will not teach the younger ones the ropes with that championship experience, whether that be at the collegiate level or in the WNBA.
Yeah. Solid picks for what they trying to do. I trust Tyler Marsh. So I see them, not that they did bad this year, but I see them doing better this coming up year from the growth and development of Angel and Camilla. And then you bring back Sluty, and then you bring in Kia and Rebecca who can shoot. They gonna play you some good defense. Elizabeth will be back. Michaela started looking well at the end of the season. So all the pieces kind of started to fall. I think it'll be a major loss for them not bringing Kennedy back. Nobody is getting to the basket like Kennedy, but you got people who can score, you know. You got Sluty who is going to get the ball to the post, who going to give you a bucket every now and then. And again, like you said, that veteran leadership. So it's a loss not bringing her back, but they gained some good pieces with this free agency so far. So I'm excited to see what else they do, if they do anything else.
The last free agency signing we heard about this morning, on the day we're recording this on February 2nd.
The sun has set in Connecticut, y'all, and I'm interested to see if it's going to rise again.
But DeWanna Bonner is headed to...
You hurt my heart with this one, DeWanna. I thought she was going somewhere else, girl.
She's headed to the Indiana Fever. Following with her coach, Stephanie White. She signed a 1-year deal.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about it yet, but we'll get into it when we talk about some of the teams. Let's just start it with the Fever.
We'll start with the Fever.
All right. So far, who do they have?
DeWanna, Caitlin, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, No More, Nalissa, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull,
Jaylen Brown.
They did just get Jaylen Brown. Some people got to go. They got a couple of people that got to go, but when you bring in DB, you just bring in a player that can play. You bring in a player that knows how to win. You bring in a player who is experienced and has played with some of the best alongside AT. She has played with Diana and BG because she started in Phoenix. So you just bring in a good, experienced player who can do a little bit of everything with that tall, lanky frame that she has. That might have been the piece they needed. If you ask me, I always thought they were missing something. I wasn't sure what it was, but
yeah,
DeWanna might just have been the piece that they needed to get them over that first round hump like they made it last year. Indiana, I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
And they got Stephanie White. Like, we know.
We know what she can do.
We know what she can do. We know she got a high basketball IQ.
Her and Caitlin already been doing some talking on the phone, working out. So, yeah, she getting her roster ready already. And then they return almost everybody. I mean, they lose Nalissa, but Christy wasn't using her anyway. So is that really a loss to them?
Can we get rid of Erica?
I knew she was going to get on that, y'all.
Because y'all pay her a lot of money for her not to do nothing. We don't need that veteran locker room kumbaya. We don't need her for that anymore. So let's free up some cap space, please, and get rid of her. Thank you. Next, let's go to the Vegas Aces, my team of choice. The Asia Wilson had her jersey retired today from the South Carolina University. Shout out to her. Big fan of Asia.
Big fan of Asia.
Big fan of the Aces.
Asia just came off the most historic season in the WNBA.
Wasn't it amazing?
It was amazing. And we got to witness a game.
Twice. Did we see her twice?
We seen her in Dallas in the All-Star game. Shout out to Asia. It is without words of how great she really is in person. That was amazing to see. Just the season she had, and then they bring in Jewel. Yes, they lose KP, who is part of the core four. And I think the first couple of games it'll take some getting used to without her. been on social media trying to clown like Jewel not that and Jewel is that.
Happy. She wasn't happy.
And I seen somewhere where she said she was rejuvenated. She felt rejuvenated knowing that she was going to the Aces. So that's why I'm saying I expect them to pick up where they left off this past season. Asia got to get some help, though.
Asia needs some help.
Has to get some help, Becky. Nikki, I seen y'all at that South Carolina game today. Y'all need to be trying to get my girl some help.
Please.
Please.
Please. She needs help.
Okay.
He is not doing it.
Megan not doing it either, no.
Who? Megan. I like Megan.
I know you do. I know you do.
Just give her another chance. If she make the roster this year, I think she'll be better. She in the system now, and I said this the other night, but I think Becky run a tight ship. I think her schemes and the things that she do are advanced, so she don't seem like she got a team that you can just come in and start playing, you know? So give her a little more time.
We'll see. Megan just wasn't doing it for me. But I'm an open-minded viewer. I like the team. So we'll see. Not that she was just terrible. She wasn't just terrible, but she just was not the help that Asia needed. So Asia needs some help.
Who would you like to see in Vegas with Asia?
Cheyenne. Parker Tyus, come on to the desert, baby. You don't need no more hookah in Atlanta.
That lady has a kid.
Well, not saying that she was doing the hookah. I'm just saying we don't got that in the desert. They might, but it's not as much as Atlanta. So come to the desert. I think she would be a perfect fit. Cheyenne is just a hard-nosed player. She's just a hard-nosed player. If you watch her play, she gonna get the job done. She gonna rebound. She gonna block out. She gonna run the floor. She gonna score. She gonna defend. She gonna play. When we watched them play in Chicago against Angel Reese, she was kind of slinging my girl around like ragdoll because she got good.
She gave Asia the business one game too. I don't know if that was this season or the season before last.
Because she just got a good, solid frame. She can move, and she got some good fundamental footwork down there. She is just a good player. I'm a fan of her. So bring her to the desert.
We still need some depth. Hopefully they can re-sign AC and Tip.
B got to go.
What's his name? Carl? Come get your girl.
How many games did she play this year?
Girl, did she play? Oh, any?
Maybe 2.
Becky likes her.
You said it's that mid-major love?
Becky likes her. I don't know why she likes her, but she likes her.
I'm not seeing it.
Let her go. Go on back over there to Florida with your coach. Chicago. How do we feel about Chicago?
To Twin Towers, I'm excited to see them in year 2. Definitely with the addition of Sluty, which we just know she is a point guard that can get the ball into the post players. Feed the dogs, feed the big girls. I expect to see Angel finishing more around the rim. She is doing a little bit better with that in unravel.
Wee bit.
She is putting the ball on the floor, giving us some mid-range shots. The high-low with her and Camilla went stupid last year. It's going to go crazy again. Then they have surrounded them with shooters in Beck Allen and Kia Nurse.
I'm just excited for Angel and Camilla to have some veteran leadership.
Yeah.
Some people that are going to show them the right way to win and the right way to get things done at the WNBA level.
I just want to know what they're going to do with Dana, what they're going to do with Isabel Harrison and even Mariah Jefferson. If it was me, I'm not a coach or a GM, but I would have kept Lindsay Allen and got rid of Mariah Jefferson to be a backup to Sluty when Sluty need a breath or a break. Lindsay Allen looked good this year to me. She was better at feeding the post than Dana. She played some good defense. She was scoring. You know what I'm saying? So I would have kept Lindsay Allen, but maybe they got a plan for her. I'm just interested to see what other moves are they going to make as far as getting rid of some people.
I see them giving away Lindsay Allen because aside from Courtney Vandersloot, I feel like they're going to be kind of long. You know what I'm saying? Rebecca Allen is long, Kia long, Michaela long, Angel long, Camilla long. So maybe that was the difference maker for them.
Yeah.
The height.
And they still got Rachel Banham, who is, again, 5'10", 5'11" herself.
Big mama. Shout out to Chi-Town. What about LA? How do we feel about LA?
Oh, I like LA. They got Odyssey Sims. They brought in KP. They got rid of Zaya. Sad to see her go, but she didn't really play a lot.
And she couldn't jump over a piece of paper.
She don't got no bunnies.
No bunnies.
Cam Brink will be back. They looked good with Cam Brink. She went down due to injury, but she looked good before she did. A strong rookie showing so far. Rakia, De'Erica, Ray Burrell, Kelsey Plum, Odyssey Sims, and Azarae Stevens.
What are you gonna do with Ari McDonald? Her and KP used to play together at Washington. I don't know what they're gonna do with her.
So when you just name their names on paper, they sound good. How is the coach gonna put the pieces together and make it fit? You know what you get in De'Erica. You know what you got in KP. They used to play together. Championship winning experience right there.
Can we just skip to the first game of the season? I'm ready to see teams formed. I'm ready to see uniforms on, and I'm ready for a tip-off. It's too much movement happening for me to know concretely what is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Aside from Minnesota, aside from New York, aside from the Aces, I don't really know what's going on with these other teams. I don't know what it's going to look like, and I'm ready to see what it's going to look like. Yeah. Fast forward me to May. May?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, next up, we have Atlanta Dream. How are we feeling about them?
Oh, Atlanta. Again, they brought in Brianna Jones and BG at the same time.
Confused.
I'm confused.
Carl, confused.
Two very traditional centers. If his game is fast play, I'm not seeing the fast with them too, but he could be changing it up. He coming to a new level of game. The WNBA is not college, so we gonna see. But they return Ryan Howard, Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray, Haley Jones. They are big, they are long, and they are fast, and they can score. They can score. We have been seeing that from Ryan, and we have been seeing that from Alicia, even Jordan getting in on the action down there in the 305. So we'll see what they're gonna look like. I'm just confused. He has went and made that roster very forward center heavy with already having Cheyenne Parker-Tyus and Tina Charles, and then you go and get BG and Brianna Jones. I'm just confused at what the style of play is trying to be, how they gonna make it work, how the pieces gonna gel.
I'm not really sure. From what I've heard about Carl, he likes to play fast. He likes to space the floor and share the ball. So I'm not really sure where BG and Brianna Jones fit into that. But I do know that he has had a lot of success at Florida Gulf Coast. Fun fact, he is the third winningest head coach in the NCAA. Behind who?
Gino?
Absolutely.
Pat.
Not Pat. Close, but not Pat.
Kim
Mulkey. So I think that says a lot about his basketball IQ and him.
He can win.
Him being a winner. So we confused right now, Carl, but I'm excited to see what y'all got going over there.
I think they'll be worth watching this year. It was hard to watch them last year, but I think they'll be worth watching.
It was so hard to watch them. I didn't know what Tanisha was doing.
Sometimes her fits would make me cringe.
Cause what you got on, man? You in Atlanta. What do you got on?
But yeah, I mean, aside from hideous outfits, it was just hard to watch them play. I don't know if she had a scheme or not. I don't really know, but
and it was sad that it was hard to watch them play with so much talent, like Tina Charles, Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray. They even had Aerial Powers. Him.
Yeah.
It didn't give what it was supposed to give, Tanisha. So we're excited, Carl. We're excited to see what you're going to do down there in Atlanta. All right, what about Phoenix? How are you feeling about Phoenix?
How do I feel about Phoenix? BG, they are going to look so different without BG. They brought in Kalani, another very traditional center from Dallas. She can hoop. Kalani can play. I liked watching her at Baylor. She played with Dallas this past year, and her and Tierra, they looked well together. So she'll be in the Valley with the resources. I need her to get in a little shape, be able to play a little longer. You take away Natasha Cloud. My question is, who is going to fill the PG position? Is it going to be the oozing girl, or is it going to be Charisma Osborne, who they like so much?
Well, the thing is, I think Phoenix has spent a lot of money. They done spent a lot of money to get Satu. I'm sure they done blew a bag to get AT. I'm concerned about the depth. I know we got Natasha Mack coming off the bench. She did great for them. Shout out to Mack. So, but other than that, I'm not really sure what the bench is gonna give.
If Celeste is still there, she came off the bench. She played some decent minutes. Hard-nosed player on defense. Kai's gonna start. She gonna do her thing. Satu. I'm like you. We need some depth coming off the bench if they want to push.
What about Seattle? How are we feeling about Seattle Storm?
Hey, they don't lose too much.
Mm-mm.
They don't lose too much at all. And then they go and get Leah Rue. Leroy looked good in LA. She fit good into that system. Ezzie McBagor looked good.
I love her.
So
Favorite of mine. Nneka's there. Gabby Williams is there. Skylar Diggins is there. Jordan Horston is there. I think they'll look good. I'm not seeing much drop off. If Olivia goes too, I think she'll fit in great with them. It'll be like the Powder Puff Girls 2.0. So I'm excited to see that.
Olivia Miles. She'll be under some good leadership.
All right. How do we feel about the Wings?
Man, I'm excited about them. Yeah, I think so. I'm excited about them. Jaylen Brown is no more. I'm sad because I wanted to see her play, but they brought in some good pieces. I call him Kurt the Builder for a reason. He knows how to build a roster. The coach has been on his staff before, and so he kind of knows what Kurt likes and how Kurt coaches. They are building this team, I would assume, together. And so I expect to see them look good. Arike will not have to be on ball so much. If they do get Paige will come in and learn. You have Nalissa, and you bought in Dejanay, and you already had Maddie Segrist there. So it's like you just kind of added on to it. They still got Tier. Tier has to stop being lazy.
I'm excited for the Dallas Wings. I think they've had a huge turnaround. This could be their year to be a top 4, 5, 6 team. They made some good moves. I think a lot of people have been asleep on Arike defensively. I think she led the league in steals last season. So her and Dejanay might be a good defensive duo. Nalissa Smith will come in and play some good defense for them.
Yeah, sure.
Paige, I think Paige is good defensively if she goes number 1. I've heard some good things about the coach, Chris Kay. He was the defensive coordinator for Kirk in Connecticut and for Kirk in LA. So seems like they'll be a defensive-minded team this season. I expect to see some good defense from the Dallas Wings. We also just got word that they have also signed Joyner Holmes from Seattle and Maisha Hines-Allen. It's looking pretty good for them. I'm excited to see them. We down the street from them, so we typically attend a lot of Dallas Wings games. So it feels good that one of my second, third team is probably going to move on up and get out of that non-playoff slump.
They need it. Kurt the Builder got them looking good on paper so far. Next we get into Indiana. Other than Caitlin Clark herself is there still. She'll probably be a franchise player for them her whole career. She is from there. Just this morning, they brought in DeWanna Bonner. Great addition. She might just be the piece they need. I feel like that franchise these past couple of years has been missing something. They still have Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, who re-signed with them, Katie Lou, Erica Wheeler, Christy Wallace. They brought in Natasha Howard as well. They got Sophie Cunningham. Damaris Dantas, I have not heard anything about her. Grace Berger, not sure if I already said her. She's still there. Didn't see much time last year.
I hope that changes. I don't know. If you're not going to use her, Stephanie, send her somewhere else. She was big for them her rookie year. Christy Sides, I don't know if you tried to blackball her or something, but Grace should be playing somewhere. So if you're not going to use her, send her on. Somebody will use her. The rest of the teams, they haven't had too much movement. We don't really know what's going on with them. New York, I don't know why everybody thought Satu was going to go there. I didn't see it. I think New York has everything they need to be successful again. I will be interested to see what they do with that point guard spot because I'm not sure that Sab is it yet.
Yeah.
I still feel like Benaja can't be the only one that's playing good defense.
Well, they got rid of that other defensive player in Kayla Thornton. They sent her over to Golden State.
Yeah.
So kind of a loss there for them.
Rebecca Garner should be back, so she might give them some good defense. Maureen Johannes, maybe somebody that could step into that point guard position. But I don't see any fall off for them yet. And Breanna Stewart, you have to do more, honey. You still considered a franchise player. You got to do more. You're not doing so well in Unrivaled right now. New York is going to need more out of you if they want to go back to back.
I don't see them going back to back, but that is just because now the Dove is so saturated with talent now that teams have the pieces.
And it seems more spread out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, looking back on how Connecticut just fell apart, it's like showing you how much talent they had in Connecticut.
Exactly.
With AT, DB, Brianna Jones, Dejanay, Ty Harris. They had a lot of talent there. So They had a lot of talent in Phoenix, BG leaving. I feel like it dispersed, you know what I'm saying? DeWanna Bonner going to Indiana, Natasha going to Indiana, some good talent coming to Dallas. It's not so much the Minnesotas and the Aces and Phoenix and New York. It's a little more even. I will say though, I don't know if I see them going back to back, but I will say it is going to matter. Just like New York struggled their first year when they had their super team, it's gonna matter that your team is together and y'all have built chemistry and y'all have thugged it out together. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, we see some good things with Indiana, the pieces that they brought in, but it's still gonna take some time. It's still gonna take some time for Atlanta. Phoenix, it's gonna take some time. This is a whole new team for them. You know what I'm saying? Even Dallas, like all of these teams are still gonna take some time. So I still be seeing it be a Vegas and a Minnesota and a New York. But everywhere else is gonna take some time. Everywhere else is new. So I'm ready. I'm ready for the games to start. Washington, honey, what y'all doing?
Are you outside on the block? Do y'all phones work? What
Where's
the
the money?
deal?
Y'all got some money.
Got to have some money. Have they made any moves?
They got rid of Shatori Walker Kimbrough.
That's the only move. Ariel Atkins is there. Shakira Austin is there. Stephanie Dawson is there. Leah Edwards, Emily, Jade, Carly, Suge, and Brittany Sykes. They got some good names on paper. Do something. Yeah.
Got some money to spare, I'm sure.
You got to. Brittany Sykes got to stay healthy. When she was with them, they looked like a much better team. They brought back Suge Sutton. She bounced around from them to Phoenix a little bit. Aaliyah Edwards is looking good and Unrivaled. Shakira is developing down there.
She got to stay healthy.
Yeah, she does have to stay healthy.
Shakira has to stay healthy.
Yeah. Ariel Atkins is just a bucket getter. Stephanie Dawson is the real big mama. She does her thing. She can knock down the outside shot. She gonna move a body in the post. And she get up and down the court relatively well. And I don't know, maybe under this new coach, they'll be a little bit more put together than they were in these couple of seasons. But
maybe
they're not making no moves.
Golden State. It don't seem like y'all had anything to offer any other teams to get any big names. I know that they have the money, because they don't really have a franchise player, but they didn't really have anything to offer. The only person I see that could have been worth something was Monique Billings.
Mobile, yeah.
Other than that, y'all didn't really have anything to offer. So,
yeah,
you know, y'all just gonna be testing the waters, get this first year under y'all's belt. I feel like with the new CBA and once y'all get y'all some facilities and players get to see, you know, what Golden State has to offer, y'all can make something shake. But this year, it just didn't seem like anything worked out for y'all so far.
Yeah, Natalie came from Becky though, so she know how to win. She's seen winning. They got Kate from Vegas, Kayla Thornton from New York, Mobile. They got some good pieces. And
they're good role players, but you know, it's different from when you were a role player to getting starting minutes and to being the one that's responsible for taking the most shots. So, yeah, you know, that could be a culture shock to them.
Kate Martin might be the face of the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I like that for her. She was like, what, 3rd or 4th in jersey sales? So some people going to come see her, but they just didn't have nothing to offer to have their way in a free agency like these other
teams
programs. So
this just say first year. We're not gonna beat up on the new kid too much.
They're gonna get beat up on, but we're gonna give them some grace.
Yeah, I don't have any expectations for them. I just want to see how they gonna come in and band together and pull out some wins. I think it'll be nitty gritty for them. Like I said, they got some good defensive players, got a couple shooters. So it'll just be about how can they piece it together. What is Natalie gonna do out there?
Who we have next? Connecticut, honey.
The sun has set.
Honey, what?
The sun has set in Connecticut. Is it gonna rise again?
Look, they have to do something. They gotta sell. They gotta get. Nobody wants to be in Connecticut. It's nothing in Unkinsville, Connecticut, but the casino. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing there. They practicing at the YMCA. They showering next to the old ladies. They going half court. It's nothing there. Nobody want to be there. Y'all should have the money though, so maybe the money can persuade some people.
I think a couple people said they were trying to look to move to Boston.
It might be the move. It might be the move, especially with the new CBA. Some gotta give though, cause y'all gave away everybody.
The sun set.
This sun is set, honey. It's set, and it is not rising again anytime soon. They got a new coach. Coach for the Belgium national team. He was pretty successful over there. Maybe he'll bring in some players from his league.
Yeah.
Maybe we might see Emma Mieseman again. I loved her in Chicago.
I liked her too. Emma Mieseman can hoop.
Yeah, so
Can hoop.
we'll see. Connecticut, I don't know, baby, but oh my God, y'all lost everybody.
Literally.
Y'all broke up the whole family.
And I might want to say we say the best for last.
The Lynx, the Minnesota Lynx.
They might be best for last.
No fall off there.
No fall off there. They did just get rid of Maisha Hans-Allen to Dallas.
Yeah, they did, but she wasn't too instrumental in their playoff run, postseason run.
Because she came in from Washington late in the season.
Yeah. I don't see no fall off. I see them back in the championship. Nafisa's going to have a crazy...
Just about the same.
Mark our words now. Nafisa's going to put up some good numbers this year. It's going to be an Asia Wilson year for her if Asia Wilson doesn't have another one.
And I think she will. I don't see a fall off from Asia.
Me either. Nafisa and Courtney Williams have been playing together at Unrivaled, so that's only going to help them out some.
They got Kayla McBride out there looking good, getting her buckets.
Doesn't she look good?
Doesn't she look
I wasn't
good?
familiar.
Yeah. I knew she could score, but I didn't know she could score like that. Granted, she was having some big games, but I was like, wait a minute.
She can get to the basket at will. She can finish around the basket. Of course, she can hit the three. I hope Cheryl finds a way to use her more now. Especially seeing what she can do. Because, she's a bucket. I would sleep on her.
Yeah.
Not familiar with your game.
Yeah. Then they still got Dorka. Alyssa Peely is playing in Athletes Unlimited. So
Diamond Miller?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Diamond Miller last season, but her rookie year, I believe she came in with like Ryan Howard and Alyssa Smith. She might have been the third pick, actually.
Really?
In that draft class. Mm-hmm. And she was good for them her rookie year. So I'm excited to see what they'll do with her. Bridget Carlton is still there.
I like Bridget Carlton. I liked Dorka. Elena Smith, I liked her.
Oh.
Had she not got hurt and the refs was not bad.
I don't want to talk about it.
The ring was theirs.
I don't want to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it.
So I see them.
Telling you.
I see them back in the championship. And to me, they're the only team that haven't made so many moves. They haven't made any moves. They returning all of the same players. So it's no reason why they shouldn't be back competing for a national championship. So y'all comment, let us know what trades y'all liked, what teams have caught your eye. I've seen a lot of people talking about how they can't believe they're going to be a Dallas Wings fan this year.
What y'all think the team's going to look like? Talk to us.
So I had two more things I wanted to address. Nobody's called Kennedy yet. We haven't heard anything about Kennedy Carter, and it's breaking my heart. I don't believe the articles. I don't know Chicago. I see what y'all are doing. I see the moves y'all are trying to make, but I just don't know how you give up Kennedy Carter for nothing. Y'all didn't even utilize her as a trade. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even try to bargain with her in other ways. And
where would you like to see her go? Who do you want to call her?
Really, before we got Jewel, I wanted Vegas to call her. I think she'll be good off the bench for them.
Yeah.
In the guard spot, because you got Tip and you got AC in Vegas, but they can play that 3, that 4. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have a solid shooting guard coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Who could also be a point guard for them. I would really like them for Vegas to call.
Do you think Tip is leaving?
I don't know.
They said she took meetings. What's that about?
She took what?
Meetings.
I mean, it's about the money. We've seen it with the people that they've dropped.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. So if somebody gonna pay her some more money, she gonna do it, But I think Tip will remember why she retired in the first place and remember why she has enjoyed her time in Vegas. And so I think her chemistry and the culture that Vegas had will play a big part in her leaving and staying. And I don't really see her leaving. Even, you're giving up a lot. Like, I think that's the biggest thing about free agency this year is that now we started to see that the teams have to invest in their players and the programs and the facilities and all of these things. And don't nobody want to go from
things.
a $3.5 million facility to Uncasville. You know what I'm saying? So now, unless the money is good. Like I said, I know Kennedy has had a bad attitude in the past, but I don't see her not learning and growing from being out of the league and some of the issues that she had. Outside looking in, it didn't really look like there was a bad culture at Chicago, especially from like a player standpoint.
Yeah.
I think the girls was hating on her, honestly. I'd be mad if somebody came in and took my spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, you came, took my spot, and you talking your shit, and you getting things done for us, and the fans are feeling, you know, the impact of the things that she is doing versus the players whose spot she took. They coming in the game and they not meeting Kennedy where she at. So I see them being jealous. I see them hating on her. I don't really see the I'm a locker room cancer. I do think that you have to be accountable for your actions. And I do think that, you know, she has a reputation for having a bad attitude, but I don't really see that here. I see hating here.
My thing about this is, if it is because of the bad attitude, then okay. At some point, she got to grow up. And I think we talked about this the other day. That put you in the mind frame of Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims was known to be a hothead, and for a long time, Odyssey Sims was not in the league. But now, these past 2 or 3 seasons where she been picked up and dropped off and picked back up again, you kind of see like how she has grown and changed in that aspect of things. And so I like Kennedy Carter. She was good. She can play. Nobody was stopping her. She was giving the best teams 30 a night. But if it is the attitude, at what point do you say enough is enough? No coach is there to babysit you. They there to coach a team and win. No other player is there to babysit you. Y'all on the court to do a job. Because at the end of the day, this is these women's jobs. You know what I'm saying? No job gonna put up with a person that got a bad attitude. So
they put up with Caitlin's.
Well,
they put it up with Kobe.
They shouldn't.
Michael Jordan.
They shouldn't have. You know what I mean? But
wait, look, when you're the best player on the court, when you are the best player on the floor, you can get away with a little more than if you poo cheesy.
She wasn't getting away with it. Not getting.
I think she was, and I think that's what made him jealous. Truthfully.
You think so?
Absolutely. I feel like, especially one of them, I feel like Chicago was her team, right? She had been there the longest. I feel like she thought she was going to come in and get the shine and get the seniority and get the minutes just because she had been there so long. But you got your spot took, baby girl, and every chance you got, you proved why your spot was took. You couldn't even feed 6, 7. So, I don't know. I feel like it was some hate in there, but I also feel like if you have a reputation for having a bad attitude, it take one person to say, oh, she had a bad attitude. Oh, she was a cancer to the locker room. And then there it goes. So it's kind of like when you have something like that over your head, they always keep that in the back of their mind. So it's easy for somebody to get written off like that. I haven't heard the story. When I find out what happened in the locker room, then I will know.
You may never find that out.
We knew what happened in the locker room in Atlanta. We knew what happened in LA with Kennedy. So unless y'all tell me what she did in the locker room besides throw backflips, I'm standing by Kennedy Carter.
I hope to see on her team. I liked her. I like her game. Like I said, she was giving the best teams 30 a night. But because we don't know the situation, if it is the attitude, at what point do you say, okay, that's enough? And if it is hating, then you just need to stop hating and get your game up, get in the gym.
Also, I feel like it's no secret that Chicago lacked leadership from the ace to the tail. They lacked leadership. So it ain't no telling how Kennedy's leadership style or how she communicated with people rubbed off on other people. If there's no leadership on the whole team at all, that do leave room for somebody to be mad that I said this way, or somebody to be upset that I, said this or I did this. And so I don't want to put that all on Kennedy, because I did see and notice a complete lack of leadership from the whole Chicago Sky team. I hope she lands on her feet. Becky, give her a call, girl. We could use her. Her contract not that big, but We can let KB go.
KB need to go. I don't think she played in one game this season.
We can let KB go. I love Megan Gustafson, but I'll give up Meg for Kennedy.
Now she talking my language.
I have a bone to pick with the WNBA. If y'all been living under rock, you would know that Caitlin Clark denied to compete in the 3-point competition in the WNBA All-Star Weekend this year against Steph Curry. And good for her. I'm happy and I'm proud that she told them no, because for so long we haven't had the support of the WNBA, and now they are on the decline. And so y'all thought that y'all was going to call Miss Caitlin Clark up and she was going to come save y'all's All-Star Weekend, and she's not. She's not going to do it, and y'all should have known better. Caitlin Clark has expressed her gratitude and her love and appreciation for the WNBA, and she know, just like everybody else that's real fans know, how y'all have neglected the Women's National Basketball Association. So good for her for telling y'all no, and y'all not going to eat off of our backs no more. Y'all got to find your own way out. How do you feel about it? I know you were like, why are you mentioning that?
I just didn't know it was news that she would say no, where people are like, oh my gosh, she declined. She is one of the greatest to ever do it, as is he on that side. But like I said the other day, she has always given me that she is pro-women and that she wants the dub to be successful. I feel like that have always been her main thing, just playing her game and doing her thing, you know what I mean? And so I wasn't shocked. I probably would have been more shocked had she said yes. I guess I am happy that she did, because what the WNBA has only had support of a couple of men basketball players, you know? And really, I think it was kind of like a trend with Kobe, because Kobe invested in his daughters. And so I didn't see a lot of NBA players supporting until Kobe started rocking his orange hoodie, you know. So it is a good thing that she said no, unlike the last Great White Hope.
Yeah. And I think last year that was cool. You know, I think that might have been a olive branch. I don't know necessarily if they asked Sabrina to compete for their own viewership, but like this year, we know that the viewership is down. We know that the excitement around the All-Star Weekend has went down. They done changed the format. You know what I'm saying? So I do think this was them grasping at straws, because let's be real, if Caitlin Clark doing it, the world gonna be watching. So good for her for standing 10 toes. I'm sure that she will be competing in the women's all-star game this year, because it is in Indiana. So I'm excited to see what she'll do. But listen, we had a lot going on this week in WNBA Free Agency. I'm so excited for us to get started. Just send me to May.
Teleport.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. Last year, things happened, but things didn't happen.
Right.
They happened in this year. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I feel like the talent is more dispersed this year.
26-27 season got everybody trying to go somewhere else and showcase their talents. Shout out to that. They need it. It is well deserved. These women are the best on the planet, and it is time that they start getting that recognition and they start getting paid like it. So the fans, we are in for a sweet treat this coming up season for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. Anything else? Any last minute thoughts? Let me see your fit check. Tell us what you're wearing today.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh, we in February. Y'all know what February is. Black History Month. Shout out to Player Society on the WNBA Black History. 95 Air Maxes on, you know what I'm saying?
Period. You got your WNBA orange on.
Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Fit check.
I'm wearing my Las Vegas Aces shirt, also brought to you by Player Society. Shout out to her. I think this is her 7th year in the game. Yeah. She's bringing out the heat, so shout out to her. I just got on some little shorts and my little knee-high boots. I like my fit today, though. I love a good t-shirt. I love Player Society. If you want to sponsor us, girl, we'll wear Player Society shirt every week, okay? Because I'll be giving you my money, okay? But yeah, shout out to the W. Shout out to Free Agency. I'm excited to see where things go.
I'm like you. Just give me the May.
Give me the May, baby. I'm ready for tip-off. But thank y'all again for watching. We are From Her Baseline podcast with Indy and Lys. And we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Aaliyah said it's never too early for a bow, bow, bow.